Nico Ali Walsh, grandson of the legendary Muhammad Ali, has stirred excitement in the boxing community with his response to a potential fight against Jake Paul. The suggestion of such a bout has sparked widespread interest, blending the worlds of traditional boxing and modern crossover spectacles. Walsh's thoughtful yet firm stance highlights his commitment to upholding the values of the sport, while addressing the unique challenges posed by a match against a figure like Paul. Jake Paul's rise from YouTube stardom to boxing has been meteoric, but polarizing. His ability to command attention in the boxing ring, coupled with his victories over various opponents, has drawn both admiration and criticism. Recently, Paul's challenge to Walsh has gained traction, and while Walsh did not dismiss the idea outright, he made it clear that any potential bout would need to respect the integrity of boxing. A primary issue raised by Walsh is the significant weight difference between the two fighters. Competing at 155 pounds, Walsh is considerably lighter than Paul, who fights at 185 pounds. Such a disparity creates a mismatch that, in Walsh's view, would not only diminish the quality of the fight but also prevent either competitor from performing at their peak. Walsh's emphasis on fairness and the sanctity of the sport reflects the principles instilled in him through his lineage, drawing comparisons to the disciplined approach of his grandfather, Muhammad Ali. Fans and analysts have been quick to frame this potential matchup within a historical context. As the grandson of a man who defined an era with his battles against the likes of Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston, and George Foreman, Walsh carries a legacy that transcends the ring. Speculation abounds that a fight with Paul could serve as a symbolic moment, a chance to uphold his grandfather's legacy and, perhaps, avenge the honor of legends like Mike Tyson, who recently suffered a controversial defeat to Paul. However, Walsh has chosen not to lean into such narratives, focusing instead on his personal growth as a boxer. Paul's career trajectory has been defined by his ability to challenge conventions, often facing opponents with notable names but varying levels of experience. His matches have included fights against retired athletes, former MMA champions, and now, a possible link to boxing royalty in Walsh. While Paul's skill level has steadily improved, his bouts are often criticized for their promotional nature, emphasizing entertainment over competitive merit. In calling out Walsh, Paul extends his strategy of leveraging high-profile names to draw audiences, but the question remains whether such a matchup would be taken seriously by purists. Walsh's approach stands in stark contrast to Paul's brash style. While Paul is known for his headline-grabbing antics and bold callouts, Walsh has quietly built his reputation through disciplined performances. He respects Paul's ability to draw attention to the sport, but remains cautious about engaging in what he views as mismatched or overly commercialized bouts. Walsh's focus on meaningful competition, rather than spectacle, underscores his commitment to the values of boxing, a sentiment deeply rooted in the legacy of Muhammad Ali. The potential clash between Walsh and Paul has generated heated debates among fans and analysts. Some view it as an opportunity to bridge the gap between traditional and modern boxing audiences, while others see it as a mismatch that could undermine the credibility of the sport. The intrigue lies not only in the fight itself but also in the broader implications for boxing's future. If the fight were to happen, it would need to navigate numerous logistical hurdles, including weight class adjustments and negotiations over rules and promotional strategies. For now, Walsh remains focused on advancing his career organically, prioritizing skill development and meaningful matchups. Meanwhile, Paul continues to explore opportunities to expand his brand, pushing the boundaries of what crossover fights can achieve. Whether this potential bout materializes or remains a hypothetical scenario, it highlights the evolving dynamics of modern combat sports, where legacy, entertainment, and competition intersect in increasingly complex ways. The story of Walsh versus Paul is not just about two fighters, it is a reflection of boxing's ongoing transformation in the 21st century.